had hoped the snow was going to be settling down before I had another 3-hour drive to the other side of the state, but it is what it is. And you know, it's winter, so this is how it is. You just have to drive carefully, take your time, give your distance. It's not the going that tends to be the problem, it's the stopping. Well, I had hoped that this was going to be ending when I was leaving, but obviously that's not the case, and I couldn't wait anymore. So it's New England, it's winter, it's snowing, tomorrow will be different. That's how it goes. And driving in it isn't something new. I've done that for as long as I can remember, really. So the going tends to be the problem, it's the stopping that tends to be the issue with driving on roads like this. So today I'm headed over to Burke, the other side of Vermont, and we'll go to our daughter's house, or I'll go to our daughter's house, and then stay overnight. They have school and work and all that stuff tomorrow morning. So then Tuesday I've got some bank stuff to do, and probably a couple little errands around town, and then I'll head back to Maine. I'll be in Maine tomorrow night anyway. Those are grapes. And they're, yes, grapes grow here, and this is a vineyard. I don't know, I think there's other grapes other places too. So these must be some kind of grapes that can handle this kind of cold without a problem. Looks like we could be having a problem up ahead. Looks like that Ryder truck is in the wrong place. Yeah, I'd say he definitely missed his turn there. I think you're gonna need a wrecker. Just an accident on the other side of the road. Somebody slid off the road. Roads really aren't all that great. I don't know. It's not like a major snowstorm, so I don't understand why they haven't done a better job. I don't know. Once again, it is what it is. You just deal with it. So one of the things that I'd wanted to do today, and you know, I understand, is I had wanted to surprise our granddaughter at lunch, you know, by popping in and having lunch. She's at school today. And so I said, well, I better check with the school. So I called up the school first thing in the morning. And yes, it's possible, but definitely not today. It takes all kinds of permission forms and slips and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, yeah, that didn't work. And I mean, I understand. You just can't have people wandering in all the time. One, for safety reasons, unfortunately. We live in that bizarre time. And two, you know, there's a lot of parents these days who just sort of hover over their kids. They'd be like in there all the time, having lunch with the kids and this, that, and the other. That wasn't. It was a surprise. So it'll be a afternoon surprise. There was a big barn back there, and I don't know when it happened. It's like a 3-story barn. It's big. And there's one whole section of the roof that had caved in. So some snow must have done it in. One storm they must have had, maybe too much of it, or got rained on, got too heavy, and just collapsed the roof. Happens. I probably got another 45 minutes to go. The roads aren't too bad right now. Stop that noise. Gonna pick up some food for dinner, I think. Maybe a couple other stops. Looks like I may have spoken too soon. This is Danville, Vermont, and they always have, it seems, more snow than anybody else around. Why? I have no idea. But it's like, I don't know if you can see the banks on the side. There's quite a bit of snow here. It's not like a little hill and it's just covered with snow. Why Danville gets it, I have no idea. But they consistently, you can be driving one side or the other and they get way more snow than we do over in Burke. I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's changed. We'll find out shortly. Very cool blue ice. Okay, picked up some food for dinner tonight, and maybe another 15-20 minutes and I'll be there. So highway, sort of one lane good, one lane not good at all. This is Lyndonville, Vermont, and as you can see by the snowbanks, they've got plenty snow. Plenty snow. Well, I can tell you this is going to be a reacclimating in a lot of senses next year. Summer won't be bad, but next winter, I don't know. It is what it is, and we'll make the best of it. Have a great time. All right, these are the secondary back roads in Vermont. See, this is about as good as you get. And then what happens is, in another about a month, this has been, you know, packed down so much that we get an extra season in Vermont. We get what's called mud season, because all of these back roads, just all the frost starts coming out of them, and they just turn to mush. I mean, you can be on some of these roads, depending on how they were made, you can be inches deep in mud. So not so conducive for cars on some of these roads, but you know, things that are higher up, you tend to be all right. But yes, Vermont has 5 seasons. Mud season is one of them. You may have noticed when we were down a little lower, there wasn't any snow happening. But now that we're rising in elevation, the snow's back. So I'm almost there. I think we're around 1,500 feet, which isn't super high, but I guess high enough to make it snow.